pleasant good evening to one and all. This evening I'm going to do another video with the lighthouse again in St. Philip, starting from East Point. This road will lead you back to Marleyvale and back to St. Catherine's Church and Bearfield and all up to the top of St. Philip in this direction. This way to the lighthouse and this way back to Merritt and Well House and Ruby and about the 6 roads back down this direction. And across here is the lighthouse, East Point Lighthouse in St. Philip, otherwise referred to as Ragged Point Lighthouse. So I'm very far again this evening. So this is a beautiful countryside here. This is the beautiful countryside here in Barbados. To the east of the island, St. Philip is southeasterly. And it is the largest parish in Barbados. It is the flattest parish in Barbados. And it is the parish that is known for no hills or less hills or no hills at all. It is referred to by many residents as the Republic of St. Philip, and people from St. Philip are referred to by many as Philippines. St. Philip is a unique parish. Again, St. Philip is home to well-known calypsonians from Barbados, such as the Red Plastic Bag. He's also from this area. Matt Fingal as well, all in this area here in Bearfield. Bearfield is just across here. And as well as, what's his name? Blood and John King. They are also from St. Philip as well. So this area is known as Ragged Point or East Point here in St. Philip. All the houses here. St. Philip is also the parish for land. When I say known for land, I mean a lot of people have buy land in this parish and move into it. Sometimes most of them are not from the parish, but a lot of people are from other parts of Barbados and other parts of the world that move to Barbados also. Build houses in St. Philip. St. Philip is a unique parish, and back in the days when the calypsonians had their calypso competition, they used to do everything in St. Philip by themselves. Oh, East Ragged Point. Some may refer to it as Ragged Point or East Point. Ragged Point or East Point here in St. Philip. So now reaching the lighthouse, the East Point Lighthouse. So this part of St. Philip is also a part of the East Coast. as well. You can see the lighthouse here once again. Your Ragged Point Lighthouse here. This is one of the 4 lighthouses in Barbados. We have Ragged Point here in St. Philip. We have North Point to the north in St. Lucie, Ragged Point, St. Philip to the east, South Point, Christchurch to the south, Needham's Point, St. Michael, which is southwest. So my second visit to the lighthouse. Last week when they came out, so it was overcast, the rain was falling. But today it's a clear day. So this is the East Point Lighthouse, known as the Ragged Point Lighthouse. Lighthouse here. All the East Coast. Persons are allowed onto this facility. All unauthorized persons found on these premises will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I'm not going on the property. I'm going to look at the beach and the beauty of Barbados. So this is all the southeastern coastline here in Barbados once again. Southeasterly over here. This is southeasterly. So again, this part of Barbados, which is the eastern side, is washed by the Atlantic Ocean, and the western side of the island, which should be St. James, and that side is washed by the Caribbean Sea. Barbados, as I said last week, is an island nation in the southeastern Caribbean Sea. So it borders the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Barbados is 166 square miles. So Barbados is off the chain of islands with St. Lucia and Grenada and St. Vincent nearby. And Barbados is the only island in the Caribbean that Christopher Columbus did not discover. It is the only island in the region that is flat, a flat terrain. They don't have much hills, we don't have any mountains. We may have a few high points over to the eastern side over here in St. Andrew and St. Joseph, but we don't have hills like how Jamaica and St. Vincent and St. Lucia and even Trinidad sometimes. Other countries in the region have hills in abundance, but we still have a few hills here in Barbados. Looking over to the eastern side now, the easterly side, where we can see the St. Mark's Anglican Church. We can see over the street space all out here the Atlantic side. All here is the Atlantic Ocean. All here is the Atlantic Ocean. So we can see into St. John as well. We can see with St. Mark's Anglican Church at College Savannah St. John. That part of St. John, Barbados, St. Philip. We can see St. Mark's Church over here on top of the hill. And behind here is St. John. So we can see St. Philip, a bit of St. Philip with Skeets Bay and Bayfield, where already plastic bag and Mount Fingal is from. And we can see all the 40 school in St. Philip, and College Savannah in St. John, and back to St. Mark's Church. You can see all of the College Holy Cross Church in St. John, and back at the Cottington College. You can see all across the Bathsheba and St. Joseph, all to the east. We can see all in the north of Pico Tenerife, all to the north of the island. So today's a more clear day now than last week. So you can see more from today's vlog than last week's vlog because outside was overcast. Here in the beautiful parish of St. Philip in Barbados. All the Concept Bay in St. John. You can see Skeets Bay, which is a fishing village. Skeets Bay in St. Philip. So as I said, St. Philip is not much hilly. Does not have much hills, but we can see some of the hills from here. Like Tree Houses Hill and Blaze Hill. That is in St. Philip as well. Tree Houses Hill and Blaze Hill, but those hills are not steep hills. So this is the Atlantic side over here. This is the southeastern side, the southern side. Please note that we are in close proximity to Shark Hole Beach as well, which is also in St. Philip. You guys can see how beautiful Barbados is. Back up here again. These are the cliffs here at East Point, St. Philip. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a blessed